Hello students, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to give you 9 latest defense updates. Number 1. Advanced guns target global demand. Baba Kalyani, the chairman and managing director of Bharat Forge and its defense arm Kalyani Strategic Systems Limited, has set an ambitious benchmark for India's private defense sector. Speaking recently about the company's artillery production capabilities, Kalyani revealed that KSSL is on track to achieve a capacity of producing one artillery gun per day, translating to over 350 guns annually. This announcement comes on the heels of a remarkable 2024, during which KSSL exported nearly 100 artillery guns to international buyers, marking a significant milestone for India's burgeoning defense export industry. Now, with sights set on markets in the United States and Europe, Kalyani is steering his firm toward global prominence, even as it awaits a long-anticipated domestic order for 307 advanced towed artillery gun systems from the Indian Army. Next, ADA seeks local suppliers for LCA AF Mk2 tires. The ADA has taken a significant step towards operationalizing the light combat aircraft AF Mk2 by issuing a tender for the supply of nose wheels tire. These tires, designed to be mounted on the nose landing gear wheels of the aircraft, are critical for supporting its ground operations, including taxiing, takeoff, and landing. The tender specifies that the tires must be capable of performing reliably across all types of conventional airfields, reflecting the versatile operational demands of this next generation fighter. Each LCA AF Mk2 requires 2 nose wheels tire per assembly. The move comes in the wake of Aero India 2025 held in Bengaluru, where Indian tire manufacturer MRF showcased its cutting-edge contributions to the Tejas Mk2 program. MRF unveiled 2 specialized tire variants developed for the LCA AF Mk2, the LCA Mk2 main wheel tire and the LCA Mk2 nose wheel tire. Next, underground nuclear submarine base built. Nestled into a rocky cliff along India's esteemed coastline, INS Varsha emerges as a cornerstone of the nation's naval strategy. A $3.7 billion underground nuclear submarine base designed to withstand a nuclear attack, located near Rambil in Andhra Pradesh, approximately 70 km from the Visakhapatnam naval base. This secretive facility features underwater tunnels that allow submarine to dock discreetly, shielded from satellite intelligence and prying eyes. Spanning 20 square kilometers, INS Varsha is engineered to house up to 12 nuclear submarines, forming the backbone of India's expanding undersea fleet and reinforcing its fleet deterrence triad. India's nuclear triad, comprising land-based missiles, air-delivered weapons, and submarine-launched ballistic missiles, reached operational status in 2018 with the commissioning of INS Arihant, the country's first indigenous nuclear-powered ballistic missile submarine. Next, Astra Mk2 and Mk3 to feature shared ejection seats. In a significant development for India's indigenous missile program, the Astra Mk2 and Astra Mk3 air-to-air missiles will utilize a common ejection launcher, a combined pylon and launcher unit designed to enhance operational flexibility for combat aircraft typically mounted under the fuselage. This innovative system eliminates the need for aircraft to switch ejection launchers when deploying either variant of the Astra missile, streaming integration and boosting mission efficiency. The Astra missile series developed by DRDO represents a cornerstone of the nation's push towards self-reliance in defense technology. Astra Mk1, already in service with the Indian Air Force, is a beyond visual range air-to-air missile with a range exceeding 100 kilometers, designed to engage enemy aircraft with high precision. Building on this success, the Astra 2 and 3 promise enhanced range, advanced guidance system and improved lethality, positioning them as competitors to global standards. Next, integration of Sarang ESM system on Russian Kamov Ka-31 helicopters. In a significant step towards enhancing its naval surveillance and electronic warfare capabilities, India has initiated the integration of its indigenously developed Sarang electronic support measures, that is ESM system, onto the Russian origin Kamov Ka-31 airborne early warning helicopters. This development, reported as of early 2025, underscores India's commitment to modernizing its defense forces while advancing its Atmanirbhar Bharat initiative in military technology. The Sarang ESM system developed by DRDO is designed to detect, locate and analyze electronic emission during radar signals and communications across a wide spectrum. Manufactured by Bharat Electronics Limited, a state-owned defense public sector undertaking, Sarang enhances situational awareness by providing real-time intelligence on enemy activities. Next, Light Utility Helicopter Program. In a spirited defense of indigenous innovation, Indian defense analysts have thrown their weight behind the HAL's developed Light Utility Helicopter Program, touting it as a triumph of modern engineered and a testament to India's growing self-reliance in defense manufacturing. The endorsements comes amid aggressive marketing by Airbus Helicopters, which is promoting its H-125, a platform with roots tracing back to designs from the 1970s, as a contender for the Indian Army and Air Force helicopter requirements, with HAL's LUH proving its mettle in record time. Analysts argued that prioritize a homegrown solution over a dated foreign alternative is of no brainer for India's military modernization. Next, Indian Army's ATGM shortfall. Rohit Vatsa, noted defense analyst known, has challenged a recent report published by The Print claiming a severe shortfall in the Indian Army's anti-tank guided missile inventory. The article suggested a deficiency of around 66,000 missiles, but Watts argues that this figure is misleading and fails to account for significant retirement efforts since 2008. Drawing on procurement data and operational context, he asserts that the gap is far narrower than reported, while also critiquing the narrative around India's ATGM capabilities, vice versa its adversaries Pakistan and China. Next, Indonesia has not decided yet on buying missiles from BrahMos Aerospace. Indonesia has not yet made a decision on buying missiles from BrahMos Aerospace in India, a spokesperson at the country's defense minister told Reuters on Monday. Multiple missile systems are being considered by Indonesia, not just those from BrahMos, spokesman Frega Venas said after Indonesia's defense minister met with his counterpart from Vietnam, although he declined to name the other companies. Next, ISRO developing LOX methane engine for NGLV. ISRO announced on Friday that it is developing a LOX methane engine and stages for the next generation launch vehicle, which would feature a reusable booster stage and two expendable upper stages. A LOX methane engine is a rocket engine that uses liquid oxygen as an oxidizer and methane as fuel. ISRO in a press release stated that multi-pulsed restarts will be essential for booster stage recovery as well as for restarting the upper stage to enhance mission flexibility in this configuration. Thank you.